Meet me, Dr. John DeMarco. After 15 years of helping thousands of patients strengthen their bodies through science, I'm about to share something that could completely change how you think about getting stronger after 50. Picture this. You're watching a 75-year-old grandmother deadlift 200 pounds. Sound impossible? Dr. Vonda Wright, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, documented this exact case in her research on progressive overload training. This isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about understanding the one principle that can safely transform your strength, bone density, and overall vitality, no matter your starting point. Here's what I really want you to understand today. If you're over 50 and you've been told that lifting weights is dangerous or that you should stick to light exercises forever, you've been given incomplete information. The truth is, progressive overload, when applied correctly, is not only safe for seniors, it's essential for preventing what researchers call sedentary death syndrome. Let me walk you through the science step by step. Progressive overload is simply the gradual increase of stress on your muscles over time. This could mean adding 5 pounds to your exercises, performing 2 extra repetitions, or even adjusting your rest periods. The National Academy of Sports Medicine recommends a 10% increase in training load per week to stimulate muscle growth while minimizing injury risk.
Here's why this matters for your health. After age 30, we lose approximately 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade. But here's the encouraging news. Studies published in the Journal of Gerontology show that adults in their 80s can still build significant muscle strength through progressive resistance training. Your muscles don't have an expiration date. Many people wonder about this, so let me break down the 3 safest methods to apply progressive overload after 50. First method, weight progression. Start with a weight you can comfortably lift for 8 to 10 repetitions with proper form. Each week, add 2.5 to 5 pounds. For example, if you're doing bicep curls with 10-pound dumbbells today, aim for 12.5 pounds next week. Dr. Wright's research shows patients progressing from 5-pound weights to 25-pound weights over several months, with 0 injuries when proper form is maintained. Second method, repetition progression. If adding weight feels too challenging, increase your repetitions instead. Move from 3 sets of 8 repetitions to 3 sets of 10, then to 3 sets of 12. This approach is particularly effective for those with joint concerns or mobility limitations. Third method, intensity adjustment. This involves manipulating rest periods or exercise tempo. Try reducing your rest time between sets by 15 seconds each week, or add a 3-second slow lowering phase to each movement. These subtle changes create new challenges for your muscles without requiring heavier weights.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room: safety. The key is what I call the form first principle. Before you even think about adding weight or repetitions, you must master the basic movement pattern. This means practicing bodyweight squats before adding weights, or starting with wall push-ups before progressing to floor push-ups. Here's your practical starting blueprint. Choose one exercise, let's say bodyweight squats. This week, perform 2 sets of 5 squats with perfect form. Next week, try 2 sets of 6. The following week, 2 sets of 7. Once you reach 2 sets of 12, add a 3rd set and return to 8 repetitions per set. When you can comfortably perform 3 sets of 12, you're ready to add light resistance. The research is crystal clear on this approach. A study from Tufts University followed adults aged 65 to 80 who used progressive overload training. After 12 weeks, participants increased their leg strength by 113% and their walking speed by 12%. More importantly, none of the participants experienced exercise-related injuries when they followed a structured progression. But progressive overload isn't just about muscles, it's about your bones too. When you gradually increase resistance, you're stimulating osteoblast activity, the cells responsible for building new bone tissue. This is crucial because bone density typically decreases by 1 to 2% per year after age 50. Progressive resistance training can actually reverse this decline.
Here's what happens in your body during this process. Each time you challenge your muscles with slightly more resistance, you create microscopic tears in the muscle fibers. During recovery, your body rebuilds these fibers stronger than before. This is called supercompensation, and it's the foundation of all strength gains, regardless of age. Let me share a real-world example. Margaret, a 68-year-old patient of mine, started with assisted chair stands, simply standing up from a chair using her hands for support. Week 1, she performed 5 assisted stands twice daily. By week 12, she was performing 15 unassisted chair stands and had progressed to body weight squats. Her bone scan showed a 4% increase in hip bone density, results typically seen only with pharmaceutical interventions. The most common mistake I see is the all-or-nothing mentality. You don't need to be in a gym pumping iron like a 25-year-old athlete. Progressive overload can happen in your living room with household items. Start with soup cans for arm exercises, progress to water bottles, then to actual dumbbells when you're ready. Here's your week-by-week action plan. Week 1, choose 3 basic movements: squats, modified push-ups against a wall, and standing calf raises. Perform each exercise for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, repeat twice. Week 2, increase each exercise to 45 seconds. Week 3, increase to 60 seconds or add a third round. Remember, consistency trumps intensity every time. It's better to perform 5 perfect squats daily than to attempt 20 squats twice a week with poor form. Your body adapts to consistent, gradual stress much better than sporadic, intense sessions. What about those inevitable plateaus? This is where exercise variation becomes crucial. If you've been doing regular squats for 6 weeks, try sumo squats or single leg squats. If wall push-ups become too easy, progress to incline push-ups against a sturdy coffee table. This variation challenges your muscles in new ways while maintaining the progressive overload principle. The beautiful thing about this approach is that it builds confidence alongside strength. Each week, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. This psychological benefit is just as important as the physical adaptations. Your nutrition plays a crucial supporting role too. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within 2 hours of your exercise session. This could be a glass of milk, a handful of nuts, or a small piece of chicken. This protein provides the building blocks your muscles need for that supercompensation process I mentioned earlier. Never forget, it's never too late to start building strength. Research from the University of Alabama showed that adults who began resistance training at age 70 achieved similar strength gains to those who started at age 40. Your muscles retain their ability to adapt and grow throughout your entire life. The key insight here is that progressive overload isn't about pushing your limits, it's about respecting your current abilities while gently expanding them. Think of it as having a conversation with your body, not an argument. Start this week with just 1 exercise. Master the movement, then add 1 small challenge next week. In 6 months, you'll look back amazed at how far you've come. Your future self, walking upstairs without breathlessness, carrying groceries with ease, playing with grandchildren without worry, is waiting for you to take that first step. For detailed exercise demonstrations and week-by-week progression plans, check out the resources I've linked in the description below. Your journey to lifelong strength starts with a single, perfect repetition. What's the first exercise you're going to apply progressive overload to this week? Share your plan in the comments. I read every single one, and your commitment might inspire someone else to start their strength journey too.